else to replace it when I'm drinking. If I'm going to be drinking alcohol, I need to have something else to replace cigarettes. And I thought about this, and my drunk brain came up with a great idea, which was climb up some roller coasters. So now what I do when I drink is I get nice and drunk, go to Prata, and climb up the roller coasters. And I know it's not a perfect replacement for cigarettes because it's very difficult to climb up a roller coaster 20 times a day or get your boss to give you 5 minutes break from work so you can go and climb up a roller coaster. But it's good, go to Prata, get drunk on a night, go to Prata, climb over the fence and climb up a roller coaster. And to be honest, I think they want us to do it, because if they didn't want us to, they'd make it a lot harder for us to do it. Because at the moment, there's no guards, there's no dogs, there's no nothing. There's a shitty little fence about this high, which you can basically fall over, which, if you're drunk, is pretty useful. And then you're there, you're on the ride, you can climb up the roller coaster. And it's about this point that your sober brain kicks in, and you get this voice in the back of your head, the sober you, saying unhelpful things like, sorry to bother you, I can see you're busy, but I'm pretty sure that we read a newspaper article that was about someone dying doing exactly this thing. And we're dangerously close to being one of those people that these newspaper headlines are about. They're always basically the same, they're always on the same lines, something like, drunk idiot dies like an idiot. And to be honest, it's true, one false step, you fall, and you're dead instantly. So when you look at it like that, smoking, not so dangerous anymore. The only way smoking could kill me instantly is if I held the cigarette too close to my head, because it takes a lot of hairspray to keep this hair looking this good. But, the other thing I want to talk about tonight was technology. Now, I'm a big fan of technology, don't get me wrong, but there are downsides. For example, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. Like I say, don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of these things. They are very useful for keeping me in bed for an extra 3 hours in the morning. But they do have their downsides, like these relentlessly optimistic people who previously would only have been able to annoy their friends, their family, and let's be honest, probably themselves, by having posters up on their walls, these motivational posters that say things like, ambition, be the best you can be, success, never stop trying, and self-confidence, never stop believing that you are anything less than perfect, no matter how much reality tries to tell you differently. And the problem is now that these relentlessly optimistic people, they can spam your wall with these bullshit quotes and pictures and things like this. Things like, a stranger is just a friend you haven't met yet. Well, that's a very nice thing to say in the comfort of your own home when you're sat behind your computer. But let's see if you feel the same way standing outside Westbahnhof at 3 o'clock in the morning when, I tell you, there's a lot of fucking strangers out there. You don't get more fucking strange than these people, but it's not friendship that they're interested in. But the other thing I hate about technology, who has a smartphone in here? Yeah, a lot of people have smartphones. I've got a smartphone. The thing I hate about smartphones is predictive text or autocorrect. Now, I'm not so bothered about the embarrassing mistakes that autocorrect makes, So instead of telling your mum, I love you lots, you end up telling her, I love your tits. I'm not so worried about those things. I can deal with that. But what I do have a problem with is that I'm pretty sure my phone thinks it's cleverer than me. These smartphones get a little too smart for my liking. I would call it arrogant. Because when I'm typing on my smartphone and I type a word, a real word, a word that's in the dictionary, but a word that my phone thinks is too clever for me, it tries to correct me. So when I type something like apoplectic, my phone will say, apoplectic? Are you sure you didn't mean apple? No, I didn't mean apple. Stop fucking trying to control me, you robot. But this is why I think the Terminator films got it wrong, because I don't think machines are going to try and overthrow us in some global revolutionary war. They're taking a much more subtle approach. What they're doing is just subtly patronising us, slowly trying to undermine our confidence. But the other thing I want to talk about was, does anyone in Austria realise how much money you can make from crime? Because no one's doing it. I've been out there, I've been here for a year now, no one's even tried to rob me. Not even tried. Not even a little bit. No one's even come up to me and gone, darf ich Ihr Geld haben? Nothing. And it's sad, it really is. It's a sad state of affairs. Because I bet there's a lot of young people out there who would be really good at it. And in this situation, this global economy where youth unemployment is an all-time high, it's a real shame. That's the whole job market out there, which no one's using. I mean, if nothing else, do it for the police. Have you seen these poor bastards, the police in Vienna? They've got nothing to do. They're bored to death. All you see is them riding back and forth in the U-Bahn looking depressed, like they're wishing someone would commit a fucking crime. But no one does, and that's the real crime. No one does. But as I say, you know, with these poor police, these poor unemployed young people, get a bit of crime going, it'll spice up your life. People say, crime doesn't pay. It does. It pays really fucking well. In the First District, there are shops that sell watches for 60,000 euros. Smash the window, take the watch, now you have 60,000 euros. Drug dealers can make up to 100,000 euros a week. Now, I'm not saying that young people should start going out and robbing people in the streets. I'm not saying that kids should start taking up drug dealing. All I'm saying is, give it a go. You know, what have you got to lose? You might like it. It might be really good. And if you don't, what have you lost? And if you do, you're welcome. Compliments of England. So, I recently lost my job as a school careers advisor. So maybe this will work. But yeah, thank you very much.